Hi and welcome to another episode of my Learning Lightroom series. Now in my Lightroom classes I find that sometimes little problems can cause a lot of frustration. And in general it's the same problems that come up time and time again. So I thought I would put a little bit of a compilation together of the top 10 tips that I wish I had known as a beginner to Lightroom. Had I known these things, my journey into Lightroom would have been so much less hassle. So, here goes. Number 1. Those disappearing side panels. I mean, how irritating is that? Here I've got my interface and the side panels are gone. And if I move my mouse over, it comes back and yay, and then and it's gone again. And I go over this side and it comes back and they're leaping about like a drunken frog. No, that can be extremely irritating. So what can you do about it? Well, you can switch it off. And what I'm going to do, I'll go over to this side, the right hand side, and I'll just, on this little triangle here, I'm just going to right click, and where it says auto hide and show, and I'm going to switch to manual, and I'll right click and then make sure that sync with opposite panel is selected. And what will happen now is my panels are on all the time, and if I want to switch them off or move them, I can click to get rid of that one, or I can click to get rid of that one, but the decision's mine and I like that best. Number 2, all the information on the thumbnails. Well, where's it go? Where's it gone? Here I can see I've got all my thumbnails, but they tell me nothing. There's no information on them at all. Now if I want to see some information, then I'm going to press the J key, and the J key will take me on a 3-way toggle. The first toggle, it'll put my number on and a little bit of information. You can see here I've got a little bit of information and the file name and a little bit and a big number. If I press the J key again, it puts all the information on. So I've also got my number, I've got the size of the image, I've got the file name, and I've got all the stuff on the bottom. So J key, 3 cycles, so you've got 0 information, you've got a little bit of information, and you've got the whole hog of information. Number 3, in loop view you've got some information as well. Let's just go into loop view, double click a thumbnail, and here we are in loop view. Now at the moment there's no extra information showing on the screen, but if I press the I key I get some information up here, which is that looks like the file name and the file size and the folder. If I press the I key again, I get a second set of information, and if I press the I key again, the information goes off. I'll just bring that back because there's another little keyboard shortcut that just takes that information off altogether, and that's to hold the control key and press the I key. So just to recap, the I key brings on one set of information, the I key again the second set of information, the I key again takes the information off, and then Control and I just takes the information off from wherever you are. Number 4, show all images in subfolders. Now you may get this message come up when you click on a folder. You click on a folder and you go, well, where's all my images gone? It says I've not got any in this selected folder. And this is because you've got them in the subfolders, but there is a flag up here. If you go up to the library module and down to show photos in subfolders, if we click on that, hey presto, they all appear again. When we untick that, we can't see any of the images in the subfolders. Number 5, convert your camera raw files to DNG. Now you may have adopted DNG as your workflow, and that's fine on import, but what happens if you've got raw images that were before you decided to convert to DNG? Well, you can convert them after the fact, and we just go up, you select the images. You can select as many images as you like. I'll just select 3, but you can select whole folders. You can go up to the library module and then convert photos to DNG. Number 6, renaming photos. Now you may rename your photos on import, and if you do, that's great. But you may have a lot of photos that you've actually imported and they've kept the camera name, which is not good. Now what you can do is you can actually rename those photos from within Lightroom. So again, you just select the one or the multiple photos that you want renaming, and then we back up to the library menu and we click on rename photo, or there's a little keyboard shortcut for this of F2. Number 7, your clipping indicators are on. If you're in develop module and you've got this kind of thing happening where you've got big splodges of red in the highlights and big splodges of blue in the shadows, then you've got your clipping indicators switched on. And these clipping indicators are up here at the top of the histogram. They've got a shadows and a highlights, and we can turn that off while you're in develop module with the J key. I press the J key, the clipping indicators disappear, J key, they come back on again. Number 8, how do you change the size of the thumbnails? They may be too small or they may be too big. Right, well here we go. If we go down and just where the thumbnails meets the underside of the toolbar, there's a line, and if you hover over it you'll get this little up and down arrow, and if you click and drag on that you can make the actual thumbnails smaller in the film strip, or you can make them bigger. Number 9, your toolbar options are missing. If we look down at the bottom of the workspace here, we've got the toolbar, and on this we've got all the lovely tools. We've got show grid, we've got soft proofing, but what happens if you want something and it's not there? Well, that's what this little triangle does at the end. It's select the toolbar content. So if I click on that, anything that's not ticked in this list isn't visible. Anything that is ticked is visible. So if I want my flagging to come up, all I do is I click on that and I get my flags appear. And number 10, keyboard shortcuts. Now if you're like me, I'm a keyboard junkie. I really like my keyboard shortcuts, but sometimes you can write them on pieces of paper and all, but it's nice to have a quick reference, and there is in Lightroom. If you press Control and /, whichever module you're in, you'll get a little screen showing you all the shortcuts in that module. And if you see, if I go to library module and I press Control and /, I'll get the library shortcuts. Well, that's it. 10 little things that could cut your stress levels dramatically when you're using Lightroom. Once you know them, you're good to go. I hope it was useful. If it was, give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment below the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos on Photoshop and Lightroom. I'll see you in the very next video. Bye for now.